Welcome back, subscribers. This is Johnny Hopper. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to endo, aka Stoppie, like a pro. It's nice to still have fans. Wait, don't go! I can do wheelies too! Alright, so enough kidding around. Stoppies are one of my favorite technical tricks. They're right up there with the slow wheelies, maybe a little bit behind the one-handers and the butt whips. For those of you that didn't get that, that was another joke.
It's funny, you know, it's a good story. It's funny. You're a funny guy.
What do you mean? You mean the way I talk? What?
It's just, you know, you're just funny.
Alright, on a serious note, Stoppies are actually not that hard to learn. So step number one is I want you to be on the stand, and we're going to focus on sitting in the middle of the motorcycle, and we're going to practice transitioning all of our weight from the middle of the motorcycle onto the gas cap of the motorcycle, pushing down on the forks with our arms, using the front brake while getting off the rear brake. You're not going to use the rear brake at all. All of our stopping power is going to come from the front brake. Don't even think about using the rear brake. If done correctly, the rear end's going to be off the ground before you can even use it anyway. So in a small review, the first step is to throw your weight forward, pushing down on the front forks with your arms. Notice how far forward my head is in front of the handlebars while holding my elbows still in that attack position, elbows up. The second most important part is using the front brake at the exact same time you're moving your weight forward and pushing down on the forks. Let me replay the clip so you can see it. So I would like you all to practice on your stand in moving your weight forward while firmly and slowly pressing in the front brake, thinking of as a seesaw motion once you initiate the stoppie. Pro tip is practice going downhill or using the downside of a jump to help you give you a little bit more of a bounce so that you can start to get a feel of how it feels having the rear wheel up off the ground. As you practice and get more comfortable, you'll be able to get more vertical. Pay close attention to my right leg. Notice that I'm not on my rear brake. Also pay close attention that I don't push down on the forks until I crest over the jump itself on the way down. It's simple inertia. I'm using the forces already there to work to my advantage. So let's play the clip in real time so you can see how fast I'm going to achieve the stoppie using a downside. Once you've mastered that technique, you're ready to bring it to a flat surface. Keep in mind, traction is a huge variable. The less traction you have, the more that front end is going to want to slide out sideways as opposed to help you pop up. So if you can practice in an area that has good traction, I would suggest doing so. So here's a clip at real time. Notice it's not a very abrupt movement. It's very smooth. So let's slow it down. And let's zoom it in. Keep in mind, the faster you're going, the less abrupt you have to be. I just started the movement. Rear wheel is barely off the ground. I am currently about third gear, half throttle with initiating the stoppie. It was a little windy, so my rear end started sliding out a little bit. Notice that once I'm up, I'm actually leaning back on the bike a little bit. My head is no longer in front of the crossbar. And coming up here, I started grabbing the rear brake a little bit too much, so you'll see my front wheel actually snag right back and forth there. It goes back and forth, and then I freaked out, so I let off the rear brake, and I ended up falling back onto two wheels. Thank you all for watching. I know these techniques will help you become a better stoppie. Till next time, this is Johnny Hopper. Later.